That's... Dude,
What?
it's time. Come on. Can't take him anywhere. All right.
Why are we doing this so early, man?
That's Dude.
That's Dude.
And welcome to Lazy Boys Night.
Night.
Okay, two things. A, what's with the pants? And do, why the coffee and not the beer?
It's Sunday morning, man. It's a Sunday retro episode.
Retro Sundays!
Woo.
He doesn't do mornings well. Me? Eh.
I guess I gotta go switch off, eh?
You do. Here. It's probably healthier for you.
Now this is a breakfast beer.
Literally.
Jeez.
Oh, so those this is gonna sound wrong. Your pants are making me hungry.
Right? It's bacon and egg
Oh,
pajama bottoms.
oh.
There's no ice in these pajama bottoms.
If you don't get it,
Oh.
watch the retro. Not the retro. Watch this past episode.
Yeah, one of our dude
Oh.
pairs.
Do you want to do breakfast?
Oh, you know what? You know what would be awesome right now?
What?
An egg McMuffin. Those little potatoes that they have at McDonald's, man.
Is it really a potato? It's just like a slice
I
of.
don't care.
I don't-
So just right now.
You know what bugs me about McDonald's?
Actually, you don't want to try this out now.
Really?
That's a weird transition.
You know what
It's
bugs me
still
about
good, though.
McDonald's? And I think we've had this talk before. It's not what it used to be.
No, and I don't even go into McDonald's anymore because I take the drive-through. And I don't like the fact that I have to take the drive-through. Anyways, yeah, we did have a whole conversation about this.
Watch this.
Watch this. So wait a sec. I want to do something so they feel comfortable.
Don't watch it yet. Don't watch it yet.
Don't wait.
What?
Do you want to do? You want to do that? This is the part I like about Retro Sundays.
Ready?
It's just two guys talking. There they go again, saying anything. Talking about nothing. Nothing new to say. Talking anyway. So much to review. So let's have a cold brew. A cold brew. Everybody's talking. It's not anything. No one's listening. Talking about nothing. They're all yammering. I can't hear a thing. Nothing I can do. So let's have one more brew. One more brew.
Okay.
What do you think about that one?
It's good.
Yeah.
It's dark, but it's not a stout. It's a brown ale. An American brown ale. Avian Principality.
Welcome.
Welcome. Okay, dude, your turn.
Okay. We still haven't found an official name for Crappy Bowl of Mystery or
Crappy bowl of mystery.
Crappy Bowl of Mystery.
What does the crappy bowl of mystery have to crap on us today?
Wait, can I just pick? I want to pick something.
Pick.
I just want to look for something I actually want to talk about.
So much for being random.
Well, it's random, but...
Come on, just pick one.
Uh,
Pick.
No, I can't even take it off.
Ah,
Okay.
what is it?
All right. So this question comes from Stephanie in New Hampshire. She asks, McDonald's, not what it used to be.
That's not a
In
question.
what way? So, okay,
There's no clown anymore. Now it's McCafe.
there we go.
Okay, so there's no clown anymore.
So
it's
there's
McCafe.
no clown. So what about
I will
McDonald's?
admit this though. I'm glad they have like the Angus burgers and all this stuff because you know what? Don't get me wrong, Big Mac's a Big Mac, but after a while it's like, I want a little variety.
You know what? I like that question because I went into McDonald's not too long ago because I do get my Big Mac attacks. I remember Big Mac attacks?
I do remember
That's
Big
the
Mac
thing.
attacks.
So, the thing that I found very disappointing when I walked in is that it's no longer a family type environment.
No.
That's no longer there. And you're walking up, and the cache, you had, I think it was like 2 caches, but then you had a whole cafe area, you had muffins in one
And the
place.
touchscreen order thingies.
What? And then you don't even know where to stand in line because everybody's up against a wall, and then you have other people punching in.
And you're waiting
going,
for your number to be called.
You know what? And on top of that, a couple of months back, saw The Founder. If you get a chance, watch it.
Oh, good movie. Michael
The Founder,
Keaton, brilliant.
Michael Keaton,
Oh, yeah.
fantastic. It's about the history of McDonald's.
Ray Kroc.
And when you look, not the 2 original brothers that had actually started McDonald's, but when they actually started the chain, the look of it, the actual arches when you walked in, that
Yeah.
kind of a burger joint. When I want my Big Mac, frick man, you know what? That's why I take the drive-through now. I don't even want to step inside of McDonald's.
But you know what it is at the same time? They got to change with the times. Well, no, listen here. You see, it started in the late 50s, early 60s?
Yeah, I guess.
So the people who enjoyed it then are like old now. I'm not saying that people don't enjoy it now either, but you have this generation that grew up with them. And one of the things I noticed when you walk in McDonald's, you always see, with the McCafe, and I think that's the idea, you always see a bunch of old people sitting there talking, drinking coffee. You'll see the corner of old people sitting
Why
drinking
is that?
coffee. Because they still go, McDonald's is familiar to them, has been to them their whole lives, but what happens is at one point they grew up and it felt too clownish, too young, so they stopped going. But what they wanted to do is appeal to the clientele they already had, so let's mature a bit and offer more sophisticated things.
He's
for our
standing up
faithful
for
customers.
McDonald's.
I'm just standing up
I
for
freaking
the
hate the new
concept.
McDonald's. I do.
I'm
I
just
hate
talking
it.
about the concept. I'm not.
I think those old guys are time travelers and they're stuck in McDonald's, and freaking McDonald's changed around them, and it's the same dudes that have been there for like 40, 50 years.
Maybe.
And McDonald's
But
changed
they're
around
enjoying their coffee now, because, and that's the other thing. Look, I don't know what the big coffee chain is in the States, but in Canada, Timmy's, all right, Tim Hortons,
them. Doesn't America run on
Dunkin',
Dunkin'?
maybe, I don't know. Anyways,
Or any
up here
other place.
we have Tim Hortons, and there's actually more Tim Hortons per capita than there are McDonald's in Canada. It's the biggest franchise here, so I think they also need it here, anyways, to compete with Tim Hortons, up their coffee game. So they started the whole McCafe menu.
I know they played around a lot with the coffee, but that's not the point. The point is McDonald's changed. Not in a good way. I don't know what their profits show, but after seeing The Founder,
Bitter Buzz.
I'm bitter. I'm bitter.
Bitter Buzz.
I'm not a big fan. Not at all.
know
Can you
what?
tell?
I'll be honest. I
fan.
do, and don't get me wrong. Not that I want to be crusty old man, but I'm older
It's the
now, and I
place.
do appreciate not having a bunch of kids running around yelling. It's
That's what
nice
they
to
have
just
the
sit
park
down
for.
and have my meal.
You want to have a nice candlelit sit
No,
down?
I'm not saying I wouldn't take a date. I'm just saying,
McDonald's?
look, with my line of work, I often have to quick pit stop for lunch, whatever, blah, blah. I don't have time for a full sit down thing, but I don't want to eat in my car. So I want to go
Okay.
somewhere, all right, sit down, boom, but I don't want
Dude.
to have to deal with running kids, so I can just sit down, have my McNuggets and my Big Mac and whatever, and a few fries, and not be like, blah, 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 blah. Personally, I'm cool with that part.
Okay, I don't get why you have restaurants that are 50s themed and the actual restaurants that were there in the 50s have completely changed their look. So what what you remember, we're not from the 50s, by the way. That's not what
We
I'm
look
trying to say.
really good for our age.
So what I'm saying is that the companies, the restaurants that already had that look have moved away from it.
Yeah.
So obviously there's something missing if restaurants are creating themselves to look like those old restaurants.
But yeah, but,
Like you
yeah,
walk
but
into-
here's the thing.
Ugh.
Those restaurants you talk about that look like the 50s, they're very few and far in between. They're gitchy, gimmicky fads. There's
Exactly.
how many in town here? There's
That's my
there's only a
point.
couple. If every McDonald's looked like that, people don't care about it. It's a gitchy, occasional
not saying being
nostalgia
gitchy.
thing. There's too much McDonald's to go for nostalgia. People want the convenience of now, and that's what McDonald's is. Nostalgia is for the occasional little thing. Nobody actually really enjoys the 50s diners much anymore. They want fast convenience. Go in, hey, I don't even have to wait in line. I just go to the thing, punch it in, I get my receipt, they'll call my number when it's ready. I know it's
That's where
impersonal.
we're at, right? That's where
I
we're
know
at.
it's impersonal, and I
That's
agree
where
it
we're
sucks, but people want convenience.
Okay.
If they want something nice, they'll go to an actual nice sit-down restaurant, not McDonald's. You want something nice? Go to a real
I
restaurant.
want something nice. I want McDonald's to be McDonald's. I want
You can't go home again, dude.
Harvey's to be Harvey's.
You can't go home.
I want
They don't know what Harvey's is
Harvey's
in the States.
to Burger
Well, actually,
Joint
there's an
Town.
episode of How I
Is it
Met Your
Harvey's?
Mother that talk about that.
Harvey's?
Yeah, Harvey's.
What's the other one with the big
Subway?
no, with the root beer?
A&W.
A&W. I don't know if you A&W,
Yeah, A&W
they're
is
famous
American.
for root beer but I went into that restaurant and they used to have retro pictures of when it used to be drive-ins with cars.
Yeah.
And, you know, how it used to be, and that was their retro part, was those old photographs. Now you go in and they have these massive signs that tell you how much their chickens are not fed with this and their beef are 100. I don't know what you're feeding your animals that I'm eating right now. That's disgusting.
Because you're old.
No, I don't want to
No,
know that.
seriously, the other generations, they don't care about nostalgia. They want to know, is this vegan, gluten-free, organic, no preservatives, no antibiotics? No, this is the mentality of the next generations. So they're catering to their new clientele that will go on with them for years to come.
Okay.
You've eaten too much of old McDonald's, you're going to die of a heart attack within 2 years. You're
No,
not their long-term investment.
It's the last 2 years. Who cares about the last 2 years? It's the worst ones of your life, anyways. So, on the question, McDonald's change, pop, pop, pop. So, I guess we have two very different opinions.
I
Or you're just-
personally,
I think it sucks.
You think it sucks. Personally, I'm like, I can see why they did what they did. In some parts I appreciate, but I do agree there's a little certain something that used to be there that's no longer there. But is it because they took it away, or because I grew up and I don't really care about seeing a big clown with red hair anymore? I don't know. I will say though it's a lot less personal than it used to be with those damn touchscreen things, and you know, you use them,
The
and every
lineups are
second time
stupid.
the receipt doesn't come out because there's a stupid paper jam or
Yeah.
it's out of paper, and I need the receipt for tax purposes. So then I have to go back to the counter and say it didn't print out my receipt, and they got to get the manager, and it takes so much more time. And I'm like, why do I keep going to those touchscreen things? So end of rant.
End of rant.
All right. So what's the final answer? And
Thanks for the question, though.
thank you from where?
Tallahassee. I don't remember.
I think you got your
See ya.
cities mixed up.